So for today, we're going to be looking at the Gladius set for the Titans. If you guys don't know, we've already done the review video and the Hunter video. They're both right here. You guys can check it out. Definitely check them out because I do think they're worth checking out. For this video, we're going to be taking the Gladius pieces from the Titan set and then making individual pieces from those, or individual sets from those pieces. So that way we can see what we can do with this armor set. Because I do think this armor set has a lot of potential to be in your tool kit. Because again, a lot of these pieces are going to be really, really good. Two pieces from this set are going to be a little bit problematic because they don't change color. Specifically, the fire doesn't change color, but I still think it's worth getting because of the fact that the other pieces are not only really, really good, but even the fire pieces have potential because you can just combine it with a solar build if you want it. So if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because that also does help. Also remember that the Discord is open. The invitation is in the description. So if you want to get an invite, go to the description and you'll immediately get in and you can start sharing some of your fashion. And if some of it's good enough, I will make a video on it because I am a fucking fashion whore. So I will definitely just post as much shit, cool shit as I can. So other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, here is the first set, the Gladius helm. For the arms, it's going to be the Synthoceps with the chain piston. For the chest piece, Iron Panoply, Mean Greaves, and then the Care Morin Mark. So this is a set that I made a while ago. I'm just switching out the helmet and the shadering. Dawning Brilliance is what I ended up using. I ended up doing this for the Iron Panoply set. I don't remember off the top of my head which of the helmets I ended up using. Give me one sec. I'm literally going to see the thumbnail real quick. So for that one, it was the Iron Panoply helmet actually. So it was this one over here, which makes sense. I think the Iron Panoply helmet is pretty good. And then shader wise, I think I was just using something else that I really don't care to actually try to find because again, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I know some people might call this a cop-out, but I immediately had this helmet in mind when I made this set. Granted, I know some people are gonna be like, this does not look Roman inspired, but that's kind of like not the point of this. I feel like this is just more warrior-esque type of shit where it's like I don't want to give it a backstory because I think it's cool as is, but if you really wanted it, I would probably just put this as like a warrior that has collected like a bunch of trophies over the year and now just like a mixed match of just pieces from other like dynasties and shit. Either way, I think the set looks really, really good. If you really wanted to, you could definitely switch out the shadering. The only reason we're using Dawning Brilliance is because it does a good job at like ignoring this right here, because unfortunately that bitch is really annoying to color because it takes off colors. You could do this if you wanted to, but I didn't want to use that. But yeah, you could check on the crotch and on right there is taking the off color. So that's just the thing that I would tell you just to be careful with. You could also do this one. It's just a little dark in my opinion. Hard to see like a lot of the designs in this, which is why I really like this one, because the main color is the white, but then the off color is this really cool like bronze, which is really not bronze, but like, well, I don't know, is it like, I don't know. Either way, let me know what you guys think about this first set. As for the next set, we're going to be utilizing the Gladius plate with the Gladius mark. For the exotic Lorelei Splendor's base look, Radiant Breaker gauntlets, and then Honor of Heracles greaves. So I love this set. It does have issues though. First and foremost, I do not like that the chest piece is a leather piece instead of a plate. Oh, excuse me, a plate piece, which is very unfortunate. The boots, unfortunately, there's a glow underneath here that's taking the red of this shader, which there is no fucking red here, so I don't know where that bitch is coming from. And that's actually it. I think every other piece looks really, really cool with this set. Now, if you really wanted to be nitpicky, you could choose some arms that are not plate. I just don't know. I guess you could do this one if you wanted to, but that does not look good in my opinion. I don't know. I mean, this one probably. See, my thing is I would want to choose an arm that has that brown, so that way it's like matching the chest piece. But I just don't know if we have any good ones that are matching that. No, thank you. I guess you could do this one if you really, really wanted to, but I'm already using that in another set. So I just keep it like this for now. And also the fire really does help. But yeah, I think this one's pretty cool. It's just a shading that kind of irks me because again, you're going to have issues with, like, if you can ignore that, that's completely fine. I can definitely ignore it because it's so small that I'm like, I don't really care. Most people won't notice it unless I point it out probably. But if you did want to, there are some other shaders that you could try to do. Like this one's a good example. This one's not because it's a white right there, which is unfortunate because I love this shader. This one, it's a red. That's my thing, is you need an orange. An orange is going to be the best case for it. If it's too red, it's just like, it's not the same personally. And I know people are going to be like, that is really, really nitpicky. And it's like, yeah, welcome to my channel. I kind of do this for a living. Well, not really. Yeah, this would be just the annoying part for me, is just trying to find a good shader that the glow here and the glow here match, which unfortunately they don't most of the time. So that is why I just kind of ignored it, because I was like, fuck it, everything else is kind of fine. Like the red glow here, the red glow here is fine. If you really wanted to, you could also just switch out the mark for this one right here. And then you get a little bit more fire. And then at that point, I would probably just switch it out for something else instead. If you really want, if this glow right here was bothering you that much, I would probably just do that instead and just be like, I'm gonna use fucking this bitch right here. Which doesn't look terrible. I just don't think it's like the same design wise as this, but at the same time, I don't really care for that. So yeah, I think this one's pretty decent. It's definitely the lowest right now. I think the first one is still better than this one by a long shot. So Titans, let me know what you guys think. As for the next set, we're going to be utilizing Gladius gauntlets. And this one came out really cool. Weird because we're using an exotic that's traditionally a void one, but with the shadering, it makes it look good because, again, Honor of Heracles plate, Lion's Might, Greaves, and Radiant Breaker mark, and then obviously Helm of Saint 14. Night Chill's the shader we're using because it has a really good blue with this really cool like fire color, which is why I really fuck with Night Chill heavily. But if you really want to, you could do this instead. There is no problem with this one. I just didn't want to use Carminica again. You could also do Gambit Celadon. That's also a pretty good shader for that. This one's too red in my opinion, but it's not bad. Like in this context, it's not bad because you see the fire coming out and it has that little bit more red in there. But then it comes to other shadering. You do this one as well. This one has a problem with the glowy being white sometimes, so that's kind of why I never usually use that one. But there are shaders you could use if you really wanted to, but I'm gonna stick with this. Actually, this one too. You can use this one as well because this one also does look really cool. Sorry, my cat's right here. But yeah, I wouldn't really change anything aside from maybe the boots. I think the boots look a little too modern for everything else. So in that aspect, you could do something like this, which wouldn't look bad. Symmetrical, which is super dope. But you could also do this one. I don't personally like this one because I feel like it's a little too small compared to everything else. And the color separation just really pisses me off when you combine it with other pieces, because this is like mostly this white blue, and then the top doesn't have a lot of that, so that's why I ended up not using that. But also do this one if you really want to, and just ignore the glow, because you have enough glow with the actually everything else, because the boots, if you really want to, yeah, you don't have to have the boots have a glow because everything does have a glow. So in that aspect, you could do that. You could do this one, but it's a little too like I said, modern for my taste. So actually this one wouldn't be the worst part. The only thing that's bad about this is that the Solstice Graves Magnificent changes depending on the subclass that you're using, or not subclass, but the super that you're using. So if you're using, you have to use a solar super for this, kind of gets in the way with this exotic. So let me know what you guys think about this set. And then last but not least, we're going to be using the Gladius Greaves, Fenrir's Bane Mark, Solstice Plate Resplendent, Honor of Heracles Gauntlets, and then the Eternal Warrior. So this is an interesting thing because I've made an Eternal Warrior build, and it's just utilizing the Solstice Plate. That is the only piece that was from that set. Everything else is completely different, which is kind of funny. But this one came out really, really good. If you are wondering what shader I'm using, it's Braytech Innovation. This is an old ass shader, brother. This is from Warmind, which is the second DLC this game got. So just to showcase how old that shader is. I think this set looks super cool. It does look a little bit better on the male, so I will be right back. So here is the So here is the males. And dog, the reason I like it so much is because it's just so hulking and bulky. Like, it's so massive, which is why I really like it. So yeah, this one is super dope. Main reason I wanted to use the Eternal Warrior is because the Gladius Gladius Greaves, bro. I can't talk. I'm so excited. I'm tripping on my words. But this one, what the fuck? Why is it doing that? Okay, whatever. It has the face. That's literally it. It has a face, and I was like, yo, this is gonna look good with this fucking face right here. That's literally it. It's a dumb reason, I know, but I was like, oh, that's gonna be such a cool thing to do. If you really wanted to, you could definitely put the Gladius arms on, but then you have the fire issue, which is why I'm not a fan of it. Dog, let's get into it. So shader-wise, Bray Innovation, like I said, just it combines the face, because if you guys don't know, yeah, the face doesn't change color much. It's just on like the outside stuff, but like when you get to the stone pieces, it does not change color, which is very unfortunate, because I think this helmet would be such a banger if it changed color, but because it doesn't, you also have that problem there. So that is why we're using the Bray Innovation, because it just is the closest to that color. Yeah, this is supposed to be like a warrior type of thing, where it's like a gladiator type of thing, which is why I chose the pieces that I chose. Fenrir's Bane, because I wanted to cover as much of the pants as I can, because I don't care about this. I think this is terrible. But that is pretty much it. Titans, let me know what you guys think. If you are interested in seeing the other set that I made for the Eternal Warrior, I will have the Eternal Warrior video up, because I did make a video for it. Hopefully up right now, but let me know what you guys think. I had a lot of fun making this set. It was actually genuinely so much fun making these sets, because it was effortless. I was just like, oh, this is gonna look cool with this is gonna look cool with that. I do want to make a video of just me showcasing how I make my fashion, because I do think it's kind of funny, because it's just me going through like crazy ideas of just like what is gonna look cool and all that stuff. If you are interested, let me know. I'll definitely make a video on it. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Other than that, be safe. I will see you guys later.